with a Boba Fett swagger and the Jedi's in sight. It's a comic book cocktail, shaken and stirred. We're the coolest cats in the whole nerd herd. Grab your badge and strike.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Concast. We're the cons and we're casting. No, hold on. That didn't come out right.
Anyway. No, it came out just fine. I think I know where we are with it. Sorry, I was in the middle of sharing. I got everything shared and gone right in the first 10 seconds. Look at that. We're ready to roll now.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. Now, if I would have shaved before I did this so I didn't look like a scraggly old man, that would have been good. But that's it.
I got news for you, man. No amount of shaving can help that shit.
I know. It's a tough thing to try to compete with all the youngins all the time, and even like talking to Gabe about all the old school shit we do, and then he'll just compare me to some YouTuber out there, and you're like, just because they're younger than me, don't mean shit, damn it.
Yeah. No, I have that same lament being the oldest person on my team at work. But what makes me feel good is none of them remember that I am the age that I am. All of them are like, Jesus, you're that old? We thought you were like 8-9 years younger than that. I'm like, nah, motherfucker.
See, and
I'm old enough to know your mother in a biblical sense, and let me tell you, she was a screamer in her day.
I know I say it every damn time, but it's the blonde hair and the white. But like being, I guess now the second youngest member of the Wags, nobody believes it. Everybody just looks at you and goes, "You're old." So I get the opposite. Instead of, "Oh, you got to be younger than that," it's, "No way are you got to be like 60, right?" Or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So. No, that's not happening. Hey, let me close this down. I hope we all had a good week this week.
Yeah, St. Patty's Day.
What?
We had St. Patty's Day. I got my corned beef and cabbage. So I
didn't get no corned beef and cabbage this year.
Oh, Christy and I were already talking about how we're going to make leftovers, thinking about doing smashed potato Reubens with them.
Oh, God, that sounds good.
No, yeah. Just send it down here. Help the poor. Help poor me.
Is that right? Well, see, I called Cookie yesterday to see what he was doing, and he goes, "Oh, I'm making St. Patty's Day curry." And I was like, "What the fuck? What?
I was planning on it."
And he goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Corned beef and cabbage, like every other American that wants to be Irish." So he did corned beef and cabbage, and then scolded me for it. And I was like, "Dude, you literally took two nationalities that have nothing to do with anybody or with each other, jammed them together, and called it St. Patty's Day curry."
No.
Daryl, is there anything wrong with a good curry?
Well, no, I was going to point out the fact that while corned beef and cabbage might be more of a traditional dish, nowadays, if you go over to anywhere in the British Islands, as they say, they would murder for a good curry.
Yeah.
They intentionally colonized half the world to get those spices, and goddamn it, they're going to use some of them.
And I love a good curry, and I love a good blowjob too. But I didn't call him and going, "I'm getting me a St. Patty's Day blowjob." I would just be getting a blowjob. Like, it's just curry. It's not St. Patty's Day curry, right?
Hey, and by the way, I looked up on YouTube, and I found some places that do Irish curry in Ireland that are really, really good. Well, I don't know. They say they're good, but
do they do St. Patty's Day curry?
What?
Do they do St. Patty's Day curry?
Well, they're fucking Irish. You'd get tired of corned beef after a while.
So technically, isn't every day's curry a St. Patty's Day curry? I mean, it is Irish curry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, there you go. And my other point is that as we live, we grow, and as society moves on, we are allowed to instill new traditions. All right. Christianity didn't start off with rabbit shit and chocolate. All right. But they incorporated that, and now it's tradition. So I'm just saying that we can have new traditions.
Because I'm sure it was the Christians sitting together and going, "What we need for the birth of Christ? Rabbits and eggs. Let's do that."
I know. Yeah. And Johnson over there is doing it the wrong way. He's shoving the eggs up the rabbit. We need them to come the other way.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make my post St. Patty's Day curry tomorrow.
All right, I'll be over for that then.
Lovely.
Although for St. Patty's Day, what we did get to do was Matt gave us a call, and we all went over to Cookie's house and did a couple Twisted Tuesdays for the Wags page. And he brought a 6-pack of Guinness and some Irish Red from Old Colony Brewery, and then Guinness potato chips. So we taste tested all of that. It was
With
pretty good. Actually.
Guinness oyster potato chips.
Yes.
You know, there's just certain things, you know, I like them individually. I just do not like them together. You're messing. Not everything is a fucking Reese's peanut butter cup. Okay. All right. Not everything needs to be jammed together.
No,
These
I kind of said that too at the beginning, but wow, the more I ate of it, and with the Guinness, it even made it even better. I would do that again for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you know, like my pancakes. I like my pancakes plain, nothing on them. No butter, no syrup, no nothing. Just straight pancake, and I pick it up by hand and tear it apart and eat it. I am okay. I got some issues.
Very plain Jane. Yeah, no, I'm not saying you're wrong, because it can go without being said.
Certain things have to be a certain way. Like I like ice cream, and I like Coca-Cola, but I don't like an ice cream float. You're fucking up my soda, and you're fucking up my ice cream. Just give them to me separate. I will take it, and that's fine. I don't need them together.
I get that. There's a number of things like that. Like one for me is going out to eat and chicken fried steak. I like getting it with brown gravy, because to me,
amen,
it's a beef-based product. It should have a beef-based gravy, and the cream gravy is just fine. But I get told I'm wrong all the time. And I'm like, well, technically, I'm right. I'm just not eating the dish traditionally. You know.
Now, what if they used a pork-based meat in your chicken fried steak?
Well, technically, you should have a pork-based sauce on it, but it doesn't have to. I mean, you can put whatever you want on it, but a white meat should have a white sauce. A dark meat should have a dark sauce. You know.
Oh, so you're racist now when you're separating things by color. No, it's fine. We're done.
It had nothing to do with
Kyle,
race.
I
didn't say a cow should have cow gravy on it. We can have pork and put some cow gravy on it.
You're saying if I go to your search history, I'll see a lot of brown gravy going on white meat. Is that what you're saying?
No. Other way around.
Actually, a white milk gravy is still cow based. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I'd rather have brown gravy.
But yeah, it's that I get the argument either way, but as one of those things, I just like it better that way, and then so I understand that.
And my thing is when it comes to certain things like that, you know, I can go either way. I can go with a brown gravy or a white gravy. It's just whatever they have on tap. You know, same with my mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
You know, I generally prefer the brown
gravy on tap. Sounds like a great idea.
That's all I heard was brown gravy on tap. I'm right there, man.
Yeah. It's a pull handle. It's a nice big long pull handle. Anyway, other than that, how's everything going, gentlemen?
It's going all right. This week has been a slow week for me. I've been trying to play catch up. I did get stuff ordered. Last week we had Buddy and the guys from Body Buccaneers on, because they're doing the fundraiser this Friday.
Extra Life.
Yeah. So I went ahead and I sent them stuff from both the Wags and Concast. They will be doing the world's hottest chocolate.
I sent you one. I don't know if you checked your messages, but I sent you one. And what it is a combination of spicy and sugar-free gummy bear.
Okay.
All right. And if you've ever read the review on the sugar-free gummy bears on Amazon, it is the most hilarious.
I have.
Most hilarious reviews ever, because apparently this stuff, if you eat enough of the sugar-free gummy bears, it is just like a straight up fecal storm, like you're in Calcutta in the slums during a monsoon. I mean,
oh my God.
They were having problems.
I mean, seriously.
People hopping online and saying you have to go buy the sugar-free Haribo gummy bears before you get on a flight because it calms your nerves. So people were
Yeah.
eating them by the bagfuls and then
What
getting on.
cocksucker.
Yeah, and they'd be fucking flying to Europe in
Yeah,
Montesano.
you're just basically you're camping out in the bathroom at that point. No, but these ones were the sugar-free gummy bears, but also spicy. So if you ate all of them, all right, you would have
You're
the
knocking
huge
that spice
diarrhea,
out while it's still fucking raw.
and it would light your ass on fire at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So you're going to be on the pot half of the day, and your ass is already going to be sore from having to go over and over. And having done Extra Life, I know, because the next day when you're pooping black from drinking Pepto-Bismol and eating spicy shit, and your butthole just hurts anyway from frequency and spice, now it'll be 10 times worse because of that frequency.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy should have sent them some sugar-free gummy bears now. Because I got a hold of
and
Amanda.
my point being,
Is it too late?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably is.
It's
Oh,
Friday. I'd have to get it there too quick.
My point is watch that I sent you, and you will it will be a new thing to add to the Extra Life miseries that you guys inflict upon each other.
I did get a hold of Amanda. Make
Don't
sure
tell
that
nobody.
Buddy wasn't just talking a big game. He can actually handle spicy. I went to send him the Burner Bliss, and they've discontinued Burner Bliss. They no longer.
Hey, Kelly.
They never work. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Michelle. Katie. Sorry, guys. I should have been saying hi. So I want to make sure he wasn't just talking a big game. So I sent him the new version of Burner Bliss, which is the world's spiciest chocolate. Says 9 million on the Scoville. Then I gave him the world's hottest sucker and the world's hottest gummy bear. So they'll.
Hey, you needed to slip in those sugar-free gummy bears. I mean,
I
really,
didn't think about it. Didn't even think
really
about it.
bring up that love.
Yeah.
Hey, Megan.
So, but having that said, so I didn't get a lot done this week. Well, not normal geek stuff because, well, festival season's starting, which we'll go over that at the end. I got a bunch of dates. But what I did do for my geekasm is I went downstairs in my basement, and you guys have seen my house. It's a rob Peter to pay Paul mess. This mess gets moved to here to move that mess. So I took a dresser from in the basement and some chairs out, moved stuff around, started organizing my room. A lot of good stuff, but in that, it cleared up room in the basement. So I was able to put in 3 shelving units, and I've been organizing all my gaming stuff.
Nice.
So now I'll have, once I get that room emptied out, I'll have a full-fledged gaming room again. And that'll be the first time in 15, 20 years that I've had one.
Just do me a favor and make sure that your sump pump is working, because I know your luck. Your luck is you'll move all that precious gaming stuff downstairs, and then we're going to have the rainiest spring on record, and your crap will get flooded and ruined. I know your luck.
Years ago, but before I met my beautiful wife and all that, I was
Hey, Jonathan.
I had to move back into my mom's house briefly because I had a roommate that just screwed me over. So I moved into the basement because, of course, my bedroom was given to my siblings. So I'm in the basement. I leave and mom has a water line break. And I remember going downstairs, and I had most of my comic book collection then. This would have been mid-90s in the basement. It ended up getting almost 3 feet of water. And I specifically remember watching, like when I walked down and going, oh crap. And just thinking of what was there, I watched a Swamp Thing comic in the bag just float right by. And I thought, how ironic, the Swamp Thing comic. But luckily, bags saved a ton of my stuff, a ton of it. I lost a bunch, but
Yeah,
I saved a ton of stuff just because I had it properly preserved and
I was hoping they were in bags. Knowing you, they were in bags.
Yeah.
The
Well,
good stuff was.
there's some stuff that got lost for sure.
Oh,
But
always is. Always is.
yeah, it's a
I
lot
remember
easier to
one
talk about
point when I was
25 years later.
Yeah, the coolest landlord I ever had. I was in college, and this is when I was living with the Sri Lankans, and the basement was flooding. And I remember this guy was insane, this landlord, because it was an older house, and the sump pump ran off a plug that was in the ceiling light that was hanging down. All right, it was one of those old school kind of things. So he's standing down there in water over his knees, holding on to it, saying, "Hey, go get me a light bulb so I can test this to make sure it's working." As he's holding on, I'm like, I'm not stepping anywhere near you, Bob.
I knew that's where you're going with it too. I've watched
Yeah.
so many dumb things like that. That's why I think our little brother Cookie is going to end up dying one day of electrocution. I've watched him do so many dumb.
Oh, Alex? No
Yes.
fucking doubt.
Oh, he's one of those guys. If he strips wires out of a place, you might go to test it real quick. Yeah, I've watched him just start jerking shit, and you're like, dude, those are 220 lines. Don't just jerk. Check them out first. Yeah, he's crazy.
I've heard
I've seen him with his tools, and he's come over before. Had a pair of lobster cutters, which are for cutting cable.
I've got.
And he goes, "You got any more of these?" And he's got. You got any more of these? And he holds up a pair that has been you know what they look like, right? The lobster cutters, Daryl.
Yeah, lobster.
And then the center of them just burnt out.
Oh,
just burnt out. He hit a fucking live wire with the motherfuckers.
He hit a live wire and welded the joint to itself. Yep. That's fun.
So, do you guys have any good geekasms this week before we get on the news and stuff? Or
I got two. You want to go first?
I did mine already. I did my game room, or
Cookie?
started my game room. So that was mine.
Man, I did. I got a couple of them. I got a bunch of models I've been working on so we can play.
Have you? I know that you were contemplating putting together a YouTube channel on how to do this stuff. How are you progressing on that?
Very well. What I'm going to do is I've done like all these little houses that are this size. I've done each one of them in a different style, but they're still all dollar store stuff you could get. So I'm going to do, after I've done all these, then I'm going to get online and be able to say, okay, we're going to build this today, and this is how we do it, and nothing on here. You can get everything on here from the dollar store.
So,
and because there's a lot of people that
don't have a channel yet.
Crafting with Cookie. Crafting with Cookie. Does what?
Like budget terrain or something, but crafting with Cookie is much better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stick to the dollar store thing the whole time, but I mean, just for right now,
Well, you definitely want to.
Eventually, I want to
keep it at. You want to keep it at a budget level, because that is a great shtick to go with. I mean that's a great hook, for lack of a better term, to base the stuff on. And there's so many people out there that are showing how to do terrain, but they're doing terrain like with hundreds of dollars of expensive stuff. Like I love Nerd Forge. Nerd Forge is excellent. They do some wonderful stuff, but man, she got a great big budget.
Yeah. She probably got it from that lawsuit when she cut her fingers off. But yeah, they're cool. Nerd Forge is really cool.
Well, sponsorship.
Yeah, she did. She did. Yeah, they do really, really great. And man, I like watching them because they can do just about fucking anything. Have you seen the one where they made the big leather bound books? They're huge. They're like
my favorite.
God, they're awesome.
My favorite one she did was that Book Nook. That by using mirrors, that actually is a 6 foot long, 6 foot deep Book Nook. And so
and now somebody else is
seeing 6 foot deep of alley. That was just amazing.
Yeah. And now somebody's doing that and selling it online and just stole her idea.
Of course they did.
She talked about it.
And I'll tell you about some stuff I stole here in a second too.
See, I think you guys were talking about that 40K girl that was doing like the life size 40K like Terminators and stuff. Who's this girl you guys talking about?
No, but that's cool.
Nerd Forge. NERDFORGE.
I've heard of it.
She and her, I guess, fiance now. Their little studio is somewhere in the Scandinavian countries. I want to say like Norway or up around, Finland or something like that. But she just does, they just do some amazing, and every time she's just pushing herself to try new things. And I appreciate somebody who does that.
Yeah. Let's see real quick.
And there's times she'll be doing something and she'll fail at it and she'll say, I messed up here. This is my first time through it, but this is what I learned. So, you know, and I appreciate that.
Katie put for Geekgasm, just got issue 2 of Archie versus Army of Darkness, and the storyline is getting interesting. All the Archie crossover ones have been really interesting, like Archie versus Predator, Archie with Scooby-Doo, all that stuff has been very awesome.
Sweet.
But yeah, I don't have that one yet. I would be curious on your thoughts on Bruce Campbell's cancer diagnosis. I know you're a huge Bruce Campbell fan.
We talked about this last time.
Yeah, she wasn't on last time.
Michelle.
Michelle,
Didn't
yeah.
hurt. I
Or
thought you were
Katie,
talking to me.
Katie.
I thought
Yeah.
I meant something to you. Fuck
Oh
it.
no,
Never
no,
mind.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna drink
I'm
my
reading
water.
group chat aside. Michelle says I'm just working on photos for from Ren Fair. I'm a few years behind, but I've almost got a full year ready to post.
Nice.
Is that
Been dealing with
is that Michelle from the one that
St. Louis.
from Missouri?
Yes. Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's a good photographer too.
Yeah.
I've been dealing
Unlike
with
that
the
other
same thing.
Michelle, she can go kiss off. What?
I've done so many photos. Like we've gone and done events where tons of photos, got the whole event, 100 photos, like Planet Comic Con or whatever thing. And I come home and none of them get posted. And on this laptop, I've got files and files of years of photos. And some of it will be like St. Louis, where you always saw us. It'd be like, oh, the 15th year of St. Louis, just hang on to those photos. And then you never post them.
Really quick.
Yeah.
You know how that if you have Amazon Prime, which I believe you do,
Yes.
that you can use Prime Photos and you have unlimited photo storage.
You have mentioned that before. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you load Amazon Prime Photo on your phone, it will automatically back up all the photos on your phone, unlimited storage. The only thing they limit is video. All right, you only get so much video storage. But that being said, I believe there is also a app or a plugin or extension that you can do on your computer, and also give it access to the photos on there, so you can back up all those photos too.
I need to
And
do
get
that.
those all off of your system.
I need to
and
just
save
share
that
a
in
lot
case
of
something
them
happens.
because we've done so many cool things that nobody's even ever seen. You know,
Well,
that people don't
yeah,
even know
because we were
did.
supposed to turn off the cameras because
Yeah, well.
there was evidence.
I know, but Bag Lady Sue's so much fun. So
We weren't going to mention names.
hey, I didn't say what was going on. I just said it was fun, and you were there.
Yep.
Frankie says hello, guys. Hey, Frankie.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, we all got to go out to Frankie's last week too and do a rehearsal and get stuff going. Which that does remind me, another quick piece of news I'll just throw out there for anybody who's been following Big River Steampunk Festival, all the city council stuff where they were debating, that all just got passed. It is a big mess, but yeah, I'd say we came, I don't want to say this close, but close to maybe them not having the festival this year. A lot of, how do I want to say it politically correct, a lot of Karen bitching going on up there and people not listening.
yeah.
So
And it's always a case of people wanting to be the big fish in a little pond.
yes, there's a lot of that going on. So
Yep.
Yeah, I've been trying to stay up as much as I can. I'm still doing the meetings from
definitely.
afar, but yeah,
Especially
it's
from almost a state and a half away, you need to stay the fuck out of it.
well, like a lot of the old stuff I'd always help out with, especially when Ken and Lisa were there, and still helping out now. It's just too many cooks in the kitchen, and it's one of those things. Like I got, I'm trying to be nice about it, but just got a little more experience than a lot of other people that are down there. So then when one guy in Kansas is saying a bunch of stuff and there's half a dozen people there that are saying the opposite, it just causes confusion. So it's almost better I stay out of it. They do their thing, and then if they need, they can call with help. And that's kind of what I've been doing. But it's all working out, and they got the people working on it are getting it all done. So anybody following that, Big River is happening. Everything's lined up, 4-day festival. Yeah, all still good. Katie said I'm praying for Bruce Campbell. Hope he gets better.
We all do. But
yeah,
Unfortunately, none of us are getting out of this alive.
Yeah, well, speak for yourself. I got plans.
Yeah, I am speaking for myself.
I mean,
Anyway,
I'm not implementing anything. I'm sitting on my ass like a lazy bitch, but I got plans. Yeah.
yeah. All right, my two geekgasms. One, I did a palette cleansing model. I got that Star Wars Venator
Oh, this,
done.
so
Oh,
off your
Clone Wars
audio
style.
version, this is all painted. This is the same one he showed 2 weeks ago, and it looks pretty painted now.
Yeah, it is all painted and looking pretty. I'm trying to get it logged. My camera reverses the image, so when I think I'm going that way, I'm actually going that way. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. It was a fun little one. I mean, and really, I just printed it off and slapped a black base and then a gray coat, and then topped it with white, and it was just a fun little palette cleanser. I didn't do anything special with it. It was just fun to do. But the
Hi,
other
Angela.
thing, hey Angela, the other thing that has sent me down the rabbit hole this last couple of days. All right. Pin plotters. All right. Where you use the pin and it draws automatically and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
All right. Those are plotters and pin plotters. All right. And you use them to make drafting stuff and all the stuff like that. I realized I could use a pin adapter on my vinyl cutter and use that to create images and do stuff. So I went and I got the adapter, and I got some gel pens and some colored paper just to see if I could do it. Now this first one, it was bad color mix, but I put together and did a basic drawing of, was it Monkey D. Luffy from
Luffy.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't see. There we go.
One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece. All right. So that was the first one I did. And then I experimented around some more, and this one was way too heavy. This is the original patent drawing for Legos.
Oh, cool.
All right. And then I realized I got to back it off and make stuff a little bit, more cleaner because those pins are 1 millimeter diameter nibs, and I need like a 0.5 millimeter diameter nibs. So I did this SR-71. All right.
Very
and
cool.
Just before we started, I just, for shits and giggles, did the original patent drawing for toilet paper. And that's the proper way for it to hang. All right. That's the correct way.
That Black Hawk blueprint you had there?
Yeah.
They grew up, a buddy of ours, his dad worked on that, and he had the blueprints hanging in his office for that forever. Because it was made in Wichita, and it was a big secret. You weren't supposed to have anything, and be able to have those blueprints was a big deal. I remember as a kid. That was just
only parts of it. Only parts of it were made there. The rest was made at Skunk Works, I think.
Now, here's the part where I kind of stole some stuff, but I didn't really, because I was looking for some of these patent drawings that I could go ahead and use to make these, because I think it was cool. I mean, I think they're cool looking. And if I get the right, color pen and the right color paper, like that toilet paper one, that'd be a great one to hang in the bathroom. All right.
I mean, so real quick question. So how is this much different than just printing something
because this is, I mean, the printed is, I mean, you can tell the difference between when something is done with a pen and when something is printed. This has that pen look to it. It's like when you actually see blueprints, how they look totally different than a printing of blueprints.
Printing is kind of like a microscopic pointillism compared to when you use that. What you've got, it actually draws.
Yeah.
So it's more clear and yeah.
I mean, it's like yeah, you could get a drawing. I mean, you could print off the Mona Lisa, but for some stupid reason, if it's made out of paint, it's more expensive. I don't know why. But anyway, so when I was looking for these images, and whenever I was looking up some of these patent drawings, it was always sending me to Etsy and all these other places for me to purchase these patent drawings. And that's when I started going down the rabbit hole, and I realized that you can actually go in, if you know what you're looking for, All right, like I went on and I found the images that people were selling, and then I went and did reverse image searches and took it back down till I could find the actual patent numbers. All right, and then took that patent number and plugged it into the U.S. Patent Office, and then it will kick you out the original patent with all those drawings there. So you don't have to pay for their digital version for $7. You can get the free version that they made that off of. All right.
That's pretty cool.
So if you see any of those drawings you want, don't pay some schmuck who just went in and hoovered them off of a government site and then re-put them up. Go get them yourself. They're free.
See, I've got stuff like that just printed here, like the blueprints for ecto or for a proton pack, stuff like that. So that's just what I was wondering, like behind a piece of glass or anything, if it would look much different, or if it would just, you know, if there was a benefit. Because like you were doing the similar thing with the maps, the 3D printing the towns a while back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that I was like, oh, I could really see the appeal of that because it's a unique 3-dimensional. This looks cool. I'm just wondering, you know, the difference between that and just photocopying.
It's like the difference, literally, it's like the difference between, you know, having, okay, if you go and have a picture printed, all right, and you have it printed just on your standard, you know, 8x10 glossy,
Mhm.
all right, and you pick it up from Kinko's or wherever, and you have that, or if you have it hung on canvas, it's the same picture, but it's on canvas, and damn it, the canvas looks better.
Looks better. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. I'm
Yeah.
not there to physically see. So I wanted to touch base touch base real quick. Angela had asked if we were coming up to see her this weekend. I was going to touch at the end of the podcast, but as long as she's on here, she can correct me. I'm not going to be there this weekend because this is also my birthday weekend. So, but this weekend, Topeka is having their Viking Festival. The way I understand it, and correct me on this if I'm wrong, Angela, if I have my book here, I guess I could look. So the 20th and 21st this week is just a Viking festival. I shouldn't say just. They're doing it at regular location. Last fall, they had an event between Vikings Pirates. Vikings won. So this is their celebration event. That will be there in Topeka at the fairgrounds. Then we got 2 more Topeka festivals this year. I'm hoping I had the dates right here. And we will be at both of those. And sure enough, I don't have them written in here. I'm sorry. But there's going to be 2 other events yet this year at Topeka, and we'll be there for those. But yeah, I'm planning on celebrating birthday this weekend. And then just as soon as next month hits is when we are going to be domino affecting, you know, it's just Great Plains usually starts, and it that or Norman, whichever one Norman hits first. And then it's just, we're going to be on the road pretty constant. So spend what weekends we can with our families right now.
Oh, and this is just a side note because I'm noticing some jittering in our feed. I am switching internet companies over to that new Idea Tech coming through. So I'll give you guys a report on how well that does. It's actually cheaper than Cox.
I'm interested in that. Could I see it all over the place?
Yeah, it's cheaper than Cox by a little bit, like about $10 a month. But where Cox is giving me 1 gigabyte download supposedly, this one does 2.5 gigabyte speed. And where Cox limits you to 1.125 terabytes a month, this is unlimited data. So I don't hit those caps, which is a problem with me uploading photos for work and all the stuff like that. So there's that. And also apparently their routers are supposed to be better too and have better punch, because like right now I've got external antennas on my system in order to try to pick up the router, which is just 20 feet away better. One wall, 20 feet away. And it's supposedly, I'm getting a gigabyte of service to that router, but I'm only getting 200 megabyte a second to this antenna. And my computer is rated for 2.6 gigabyte a second download speeds. So that router sucks, that Cox router.
Yeah.
I thought I heard one of the Topeka ones is conflicted with TsunamiCon.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I sure hope not. So let's see. March Topeka. Tsunami.
That was last year.
Yeah, last year I believe they. Oh gosh, see, I got two different calendars with two different kinds, and I don't have it here. Yeah, I'll have to go look. I sure hope not, because that could end up being a big problem for us. Yeah, that's one of the problems too, because every year we try to book a lot of the same shows, and every year a couple of those festivals move their dates, and it ends up being, well, it's just like we weren't able to make the fall show for Topeka last year. Hell, that the only one we missed of Riversance in 20 years was the one where Great Plains was right on top of it. But yeah, that happens a lot, unfortunately. So we will check it out though. Let's see. Oh, I'm trying to read the chat comments here, and I can't get to them.
Daryl, that picture I sent you, you will be very proud of me because I used AI on that, and I made it a nighttime scene.
Oh,
with full moon and stuff. Yep.
Let me see here.
Okay, Katie put, before I forget, I just finished my rough draft of book 1 on my fan novel of Evil Dead and Army of Darkness. I just have to do some more work on it, but I'm also working on book 2. I'd be really interested in that, of course. Yeah, if you got a link and need somebody to test read, yell at me. I'd be interested. So, Cookie, did you have a Geekasm this week then?
I did. I sent a picture to Daryl. We were talking about my scenery and stuff I've been working on so that we can get together and play. But I sent a really cool picture to Daryl. I don't know how to put it on and show everybody, but that's the Wendigo that you printed for me. So also with all this scenery, not only am I looking at doing a YouTube channel, but I'm getting together for a really, really, really good game. I'm getting a bunch of miniatures printed. There it is.
Well, I can barely see the Wendigo.
Yeah, I'm getting a bunch of. The Wendigo's to the left of the well.
I see it now. Yeah, it's dark enough. It's hard to see some of that detail, but
it's because it's nighttime.
Okay, Kristen said TsunamiCon and Topeka are not conflicting. Thank the Lord. See, that's the thing. We just need to put some of this on the contest page, because people ask, like, we talk about our 3D prints all the time, and people will go like, oh, I don't see that on your page or whatever. We just need to start, because even sitting here around me, I've got 6 or 7 3D prints that I've been working on. And I wait till something's completely done and then I post it. And sometimes not even that. So, and I've seen you do so much lately. We just need to post that stuff up on Concast, because then that's the kind of thing that when people are doing it at home, they go, okay, I know Cookie knows how to do this. I can email him and ask, or, that kind of shit.
Right. Or pay $20 for his course.
But I'm putting all this stuff together just so in case nobody knows, we were talking about TsunamiCon. I'm going to have, last year I did my game that I wrote at TsunamiCon. This year I'm going to do it again, but I'm planning on doing it with miniatures and terrain instead of just you're over here, you're over there. I mean, actually having miniatures and terrain going on.
Very good.
And hopefully it'll make it go quicker, not slower.
$20 is $20. That's right.
Well,
think of the entertainment value on that.
Yeah.
Now, I half the time I sit down when we get ready to do this, and I'll go like, I got like 8 or 9 kits I want to show off, like stuff I've painted this week. And anymore, it feels like I'm doing more painting and gaming stuff than I am like comic book convention stuff, or else the comic book convention stuff has just gotten so mundane. But
mundane to you,
mundane to me. It's a lot of the same over and over again. I mean, like Cookie, you stopped doing fairs for about a decade there and came back. A lot of it's the same, isn't it?
It's a lot the same, but for me, it's exciting again. For you, on the other hand, you haven't never had a break.
Well, I see it exciting again, but I also could see the well, damn it, back when I used to do this, we could just open up a beer while we're on stage or some shit like that. Although we can do that at Smoking House. there are some things that are different, but so much of it is the same. And I don't know.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things as my character of Cookie that I have to watch because I would be afraid to do what I used to do, at fairs and just that was my shtick. My street performance was fucking with belly dancers, fucking with women, having a good time and, just fucking with people. And it could get me in trouble. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm older now, not a damn sex machine like I used to be, but, it could get me in trouble now,
What was that?
So I watched that.
What was that I heard the other day? Yeah, my body may be a temple, but it's one of those ones in India where they have the monkeys in there that throw the shit all over the place. Yeah, it's my body.
What the fuck?
We were talking to some performers last fall that I'm not going to say names, but they've been doing it longer than us. And we were talking about that where not just political correctness that came along, because how do I want to say this? It's not so much that everything you did or any of us did was bad back in the day. There was a different outlook on things, a different expectation on things. So even like where Rusty would jump from umbrella to umbrella and mess with people during a rainstorm, that was hilarious. People loved it. I wouldn't do that today though, because you're getting close to other people, or even the International Hug a Pirate Day. We would do that, stand there, wait for a hug, right? That, even though you're waiting for permission for a hug, in today's society, like back then, that was totally fine. Today's society, that Lyle kissing the hand, that kind of stuff is almost a no-no. Like you gotta look at everything.
Things are different to two different extremes. Like now we can say in our smoker, we say whatever the fuck we want. Back in the day, when we said fuck in front of the king and queen, that was a great big deal, but also back in the day, I could walk up to a girl and say, hey, spit right there. And she'd say, I don't spit. And I'd say, that's what I was hoping you'd say. I could get away with that, but I wouldn't want to do that now. I mean, it's two different. Yeah. But I mean, it's people weren't as offended as much, and that's what they a lot of them expected and wanted that side of that's a curvy pirate,
And even what we would, and keep in mind, gentlemen, I'd like to point out all the gray beards with glasses here. All right. We are doing our own version of, well, back in my day. All right. So careful. But I remember when I was first going to Ren Fair, it was even more ribald back then. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, there was some shit going on.
Yeah. Well,
way behind the scenes, though.
Come again, Cookie?
Yeah, but it kind of spilled out over.
Way behind the scenes, though. Yeah, for that shit to the real crazy shit that was going on, you had to be part of the in group. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't just do that to your average patron.
No, you
were in a circle within a circle.
You had to start your morning eating your breakfast at Mother Pockets, all right, and move on from there.
You're showing your age.
Yeah. Hey, you really want to show the age? When I first went to Ren Fair was back when the troll was there at Kansas City.
We still have a troll out there, but yeah,
not that dude.
Yeah, I know.
Not that dude.
I know.
That who apparently studied with gorillas was the hubbub that I heard, or studied gorillas, and he moved like them and all this stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking Rufus. I know who you're talking. You're talking about the Shakespearean dude.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah, and everybody, in order for him to come out from his enclosure, everybody had to sit very still. So he would get an entire enclosure of people. I mean, entire, like courtyard of people, just to be very quiet, very still for like 10 minutes before he would come out and slowly graze around on things on the floor, and people would just be riveted because we didn't have the fucking internet back then.
we've got a new guy now. What's his name, Tim? We talked to him in Oklahoma just this last Oklahoma show.
Yeah.
Nick Fitzer.
Shit.
He's really good. I really
Look, I
like
can't
him.
remember right now.
He's doing.
I did too. And he's got a good shtick. Yeah.
We
And he goes as a goblin.
Yeah.
And I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I really like the dude.
Yeah, if you said it, it'd be good. But he's got good street performing shtick, good online presence, everything. He's doing everything right that you need to as a Ren Fair performer. I'll have to look him up and post it on here then, because I feel bad not knowing his name now. But
thinking back in retrospect about Rufus, anytime I hear his name said or anything anymore, I think of Rufus, but for some reason I also think of that big, tall, giant Muppet, the one that's got long haired. Yes. Yeah. Sweetums. He makes me think of Sweetums. Yeah. I miss Rufus.
I can see that. I think when I hear Rufus, I think one of two people, either Rufus from Ren Fair or, we're talking about him like everybody's going to know him. I don't think he's been on the circuit for 10, 15 years now, at least. But that or Rufus from Bill and Ted. Those are the two Rufuses that hit me.
Oh, yep. Yeah, man, there's so many people that aren't on the circuit anymore that like Pooh. Oh my God. God rest in peace, my brother.
Well, back in the day,
and the executioner.
We had a number of those troll. I always call them Rufus kind of people, but the like the Mudmen and stuff like that would go around, and they were always that vagrant, trolly kind of street performer. Pooh kind of fit in there. You don't see as much of that,
and that worked
as you used to.
No.
I wonder if it's because those characters are between those and the Lyle kind of characters, the hand kissers and stuff. If those kind of characters aren't just getting faded out more. And I would say they got replaced a little bit with the Johnny Deppish kind of Jack Sparrow flirty pirate, because that's a little easier and a little more politically correct compared to a guy coming up, and even if he's well trained and doing the hand kissing, it's a good way to get punched in the face.
Having a bag full of poop.
Well, that was for those who don't know, Pooh the Dung Dealer, who great friend, great guy. He was the royal dung dealer for the Kansas City Ren Fair, other fairs. He was a very great performer, very funny guy. He would also actually pick up the horse poop when they dropped it, and he wore a bag of horse poop around his neck of dried horse poop as a joke to get people to smell it. But then he would come do either water shows with us, or we'd all get sweaty doing stupid shit. And once that got wet, it was
aromatic. It was
very aromatic. Yes. Yeah. And that's coming from a bunch of smelly Ren Fair guys that had been in leather out in the sun all day. And when we look at one of us and go, you got to go. That's bad. Yeah.
All right, we got.
God, I miss that guy.
Yep.
Do we want to hit those?
Sorry, what was that?
Sure.
I said we have 3 trailers. Do we want to hit them?
Sure, let's hit them.
All right. Well, hold on. First one, do we want to start with the Spider-Man one?
Yes, because I've not seen the new Spider-Man one.
All right.
Unless it's that new Spider-Man Noir one. Nope. Okay, cool.
I can't believe our first hit MIT. MJ, come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
I can't.
I knew it.
Hi, my name is Peter Parker. You don't remember me, but we used to know each other. Something bad was going to happen, and the only way to stop it was to make everyone forget about me. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
What the hell, Frank?
Quit your whimpering. Suit
No
yourself.
way.
Go home! And sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard work, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart. What is happening to me? Oh, God. Excuse me, Dr. Banner. I need your help.
What did you say your name was? If DNA is mutating, it would be enormously dangerous.
Spiders have 3 life cycles. When between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see. Stay out of my way.
You're losing it, kid.
And for those spiders who make it through, it amounts to a kind of rebirth.
Nice flowers.
Oh, they're a housewarming gift.
I'm MJ,
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
friendly neighbor.
Friendly neighbor, cute.
Okay,
Somebody
my-
got
Yeah,
a
I
little
got
off.
caught
That
there.
was AI at first.
My only issue with this. What the hell?
What?
Hold on, I gotta kill the. Sorry, the autoplay had happened. My issue with it is they're saying, okay, the spider goes through several life stages, so this is kind of being likened to almost a puberty thing again, which Stan Lee had already said that his whole point of Spider-Man, his original thought of Spider-Man was the original transformation was supposed to be an allegory for puberty. So this is like a double secret puberty, like some kind of Animal House puberty. I don't know what's going on.
Spider-Man was one of the first teenage characters we got that we could relate with better, they say. I mean, technically, we had Shazam and shit before that, but Spider-Man gets all the credit. So, yeah.
Right. But anyways,
I don't know.
it
There
looks
was a
good.
couple things in there. I knew Punisher was going to be in it. It's good seeing him. The only real threat I saw in there was we finally get a real Scorpion, which is nice.
Mhm.
But that's the only threat or enemy I saw that I got excited about. Him falling there and trying to do webs without his shooters made me wonder. So he must be doing organic webbing now in this.
I am thinking that is the transformation, is he's becoming more spidery. And
Yeah, which they do that in the comics.
yeah.
But
So that's my thought on that one. But it looks good, and at least they're letting them age, which is great.
Keith David
And I'm
was
pretty sure Uncle
narrating.
Ben's not going to die, which is good.
He's already gone.
I know he wasn't even in the first one.
Yeah. Keith David was narrating the part of the spider life cycle. Didn't Keith David pass, I thought, last year? I swear. I might be wrong
I
on
don't
that.
know.
I would look at my phone, but I turned it off and it would be nice. I mean, he's got the voice
No,
for
he's
it.
alive.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's
that's right, 'cause I
69
think
years
he's
old.
gonna be a Planet. I'm thinking of not Keith David, but the other very deep voiced black actor, but he was on
Oh, the guy that played Darth Vader?
no.
You
You're
thinking
thinking
Clark
James Earl
Duncan?
Jones. Tall, skinny guy. He did Paradise PD, Fezar, all that series of animations. He passed away. Damn it, that's what I was thinking. One Keith David. Damn it, I'll have to look him up now. Can't think of his name off the top of my head. But they both had that
Hold on.
very deep, gravelly. Yeah, if you look up, because he even played a version of himself in Paradise PD where it's pretty much
Cedric
him, but he just,
Yarborough?
that doesn't sound right.
No, because he's alive. He's the only black guy on that cast.
Oh, damn it. You're going to make me look it up now. I'll look it up while we're watching the other trailer.
Okay. All right. So next trailer is going to be Dune 3.
I still have not watched the first 2 Dunes. Cut 3 corners off my D card, but
damn straight. All right. Let me, as I said, let me make it big.
If we have a girl, what will we name her?
Her name should be Ganima. She'll need to be strong, like her mother. What if it's a boy?
I would name him Leto. So he would have the wisdom of his grandfather.
War feeds on itself. The more I fight, the more our enemies fight back. I'm doing the best I can to protect my family. How did Father do it?
Your father never started a war.
I'm not afraid to die. But I must not die. Yet.
Man, Zendaya's gonna have a hell of a year.
yeah, well, yeah. If I had seen the first 2, I'd maybe be a little more excited. It looks great.
Basically, they
I'm looking
are
forward to it.
diving into, well, the first 2 movies were basically just Dune the book. They just broke it
Right.
into 2 movies, which it kind of needed. It was a lot to tell there. But this book, they're diving into Dune Messiah, which is the second book in the series.
That was going to be my next question, because I didn't know they were making a 3rd one. I thought they had covered, they pretty much just redid the story, Dune story, and they were cutting it at that, I thought. But
pretty much. I mean, that's what they did.
If you've watched the Dune BBC series or the old Dune movie, which is a great big old long movie, and it's got a whole bunch of history in it, it's just the tip of the iceberg compared to the books.
You know, the thing
that is just the very beginning.
One of the first trivia facts about a movie that I ever learned, because I really liked the movie, the original 1980s movie Dune, when I was a kid.
Me too.
And I really liked the book Dune, and I never made the connection that in the book there is no weirding device. You know that weirding device that they use to channel the sound in the movie?
Right. Yeah, no, there's no.
That's not in the books.
Uh-uh.
It's just all it is their fighting style.
Yep.
Real quick, guys, I got it here. The actor I was talking about, Lance Reddick. You probably seen him in a ton of like cop procedural shows, things like that. But tall, skinny, bald black guy. Very
he
good
died?
actor. Yeah.
Aw, suck balls.
It's been well over a year now, I think, but he was in the middle of doing voice work on like 3 different series when he passed too. But yeah, his character in Paradise PD was a great character. But
It
anyhow,
doesn't list him in Paradise PD.
was it not Paradise PD? Was it? I think it was. Let me double check. Yep, he was Richard Clappers on Paradise PD.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, they apparently Agent Clappers. Oh, Agent Clappers. Okay, yeah, he's not one of the main ones. He's just a reoccurring role. Okay.
Yeah, no. He was kind of a bad guy for 2 seasons, I think, or something like that.
I would
but
like
yeah.
to point out that if you have seen Paradise PD, there is not a single good guy in that show. But,
Well,
but that's just me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, do we have one more trailer to do?
One more trailer. Now,
I don't know.
one
I'd say
more-
the dog is. I'd say the dog
No.
is at least the only honest character.
No, because in the very first show, the dog kills all the other dogs in town with a drug-fueled party, and then it lies his ass off about it. So he can't really be a good guy.
Okay, I remember that. I remember that. But yeah,
The first freaking episode.
other than that, he's all right.
Other than the genocide of his species, yeah.
Yeah, you might want to watch
now-
a few more episodes. He did not do well.
Now I almost uploaded the trailer of the new Jake Gyllenhaal movie that has been playing all over the stuff.
With
But I think
Henry
we've
Cavill.
all seen that trailer.
Yeah, what's that called? Hail Mary.
No,
yeah,
no,
Hail
no.
Mary. Project Hail
No.
Mary.
No,
Yeah.
no, Project Hail Mary
Yep,
is
I want to see that.
alien one with dude from Disney Channel and stuff. Notebook.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal. The one you're talking about is Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal and some girl I'm unaware of. But it's not Hail Mary. It's something else. I can't remember the title of it.
Well, I'll look it up after we watch this.
Yeah.
All right.
Reef Hawk. For the last 4 decades, America's favorite movie star, starring in 3 of the biggest franchises in film history. You've had 5 years off. I mean, how are you going to frame the 5 years thing?
I won't say that I was hiding a heroin addiction from the public and that my best friends and my insane lawyer helped me cover it up for years.
That is a really smart omission.
Strong omission.
Mhm.
The day I walked down the street I used to wander. Yeah.
Bubby and Tyra, we got a big problem. There's a video.
What's on it?
I have no idea. I need to know everyone who hates you. You need to go and apologize to them. And without them realizing it, feel out if they're the ones behind the video.
Who hates me?
Your old
Wow.
manager, your old trainer, your new trainer,
Hill's
your old
changed.
pool guy, your old pool guys, your mom. Your mom hates you. Then I have like a separate list for like directors, actors, costume designers, hair and makeup people, craft service, whatever, and like executives that you've worked with if you want me to start on that.
Jesus Christ.
Now I'd like to introduce you to your new crisis team.
I pray to God you didn't say the word on that video.
What? No.
I know, he knows, we know.
You know, brother. But if you did, we're gonna hold hands and walk through the fire together, my brother.
I brush my shoes, then I hung from the rearview mirror.
Can I ask you something, Reef?
Of course.
What are you sorry for?
How do I put this the right way? You're not a good person.
There was all these.
Mom, I have a lot to apologize to you for.
Sorry. Can we try that one more time, hon? The label wasn't cheated towards camera, and that was such a great emotional moment. I'm so touched, genuinely.
You're Reef Hawk. Reef Hawk. Reef Hawk. Reef Hawk.
I wish you cared about what we thought of you, Reef, more than a bunch of people on the internet.
Why did you stay my friend? Why are you still here?
I ordered food and I already paid for it on the app.
The day I walked down the street I used to wander. Yeah. Shook my
What even is an apology, Reef?
myself a bit.
Is it for you? Is it for me?
There was all these.
Isn't an apology just to show also?
Are you ready? We're already started.
How lucky can one man get?
Okay. Not the video I thought it was going to be. Sorry.
I was going to say, when you said the new Keanu Reeves, I thought it was a different movie than that. I was
So did
unaware
I.
of this movie. Yeah. Now Jonah Hill looking different, that's for sure. Holy moly.
Yeah, he looks like he he looks like he was the one with the heroin problem.
Yeah, he's the losing weight's great, but the bushy beard and the bald head and everything. I shouldn't say much. I'm gonna be there one day, but
yeah, but he's 15 years your junior.
Yes, yeah, more than that, I think. Shit, I don't know.
Well, a lot of people gave Jonah Hill a lot of shit about his weight, and he was real conscious about that. And, you know, and that's too bad because he's a funny motherfucker, big or not. You know.
Yeah, he's got skills, that's for sure. Yeah, no, I get that, and I hate seeing that with an actor. There's a number of them. Rebel Wilson's a good example. You lose weight, and then all of a sudden people are like, you're not the funny fat person anymore. We don't want you. I hate seeing that, but
yeah.
No, okay. Maybe it wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal on that other one. Guys, keep talking. I'm gonna figure this out.
You're trying to figure out the Jake Gyllenhaal Henry Cavill movie?
Well, I don't think it's Henry Cavill. It's the one where he's all alone with the
I know what you're talking about, John. That
Ryan
looks
Gosling.
good.
Ryan Gosling, Project Hail Mary.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I got it fucked
Ryan
up.
Gosling. I apologize.
No, then that Hail Mary comes out this Friday. And that looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good, but
it looks really.
They're really pushing it hard, which always I want to see some reviews.
Well, my problem with it is probably the fourth movie in the last 2 years to come out, or a couple of years anyway, where it is lone guy in space, runs into alien life form. You know, we had the Adam Sandler one. There's a number of them like that. And it's like, this premise has been done a couple times now.
John, to you, that's the last couple of years, but in truth, that's the last 15 years you're talking about.
No, I'm talking. I mean, if you're talking 15 years, then you could do a bunch of them, like Moon with Sam Rockwell.
Love Sam Rockwell.
Huh?
I said I love Sam Rockwell.
That movie is so good too. Sam Rockwell, of course, carries it because he's about the only guy in the movie. But
that and Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey's in that.
He was the voice of the computer robot thingy.
But over the last 15 years, there's been a number of movies like that. But
there has. But I would like to point out,
it feels like they're prepping us for something.
I'd like to point out that one of my favorite ones, lone guy in space, didn't have an alien.
Martian?
What?
The Martian?
The Martian. I love The Martian because, as he says in the movie, I'm going to have to science the shit out of this.
Yeah.
And I mean, even Dr. Tyson, the only negative that he had science-wise on it was the windstorm. That windstorm at the beginning wouldn't have been a problem because
you mean Neil deGrasse Tyson?
What's that?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You mean Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yeah. The atmosphere is so thin on Mars. Even if it was blowing that hard, you would barely be able to feel it against your suit because it's blowing hard, but there's nothing that's blowing because there's no freaking atmosphere there. And so it would not have been pushing over the spacecraft and all that stuff like that. But
that's not necessarily true because the Mars rover gets dirty and then the windstorms come and clean it off. Unless there's somebody up there cleaning off those solar panels.
But that is just like a precipitation of it on there and just a gentle blowing off. It is not enough to take a structurally sound on legs thing and knock it over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is much, much smarter than I am, but sometimes I think he's a little full of shit.
Yeah. I agree with that. I've gotten the last few years where I almost don't want to listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson anymore because he is so critical. And I've watched him get a little pompous and full of himself. And it's like, man, you're really smart, but you're not smarter than everybody else. You know, he needs to be humble a little bit every once in a while.
You're absolutely right. And that's the thing is we are all fallible. And And I just don't think they show the times that he is fallible. It's like we had talked about how he has that one show that he does where he has a straight man and him, and he's explaining science stuff to this straight man who, this guy, you can tell this guy is smart that he's talking to, and this guy knows his stuff. He's not an idiot, but for the bit, he plays it like oh, really? Is that what's happening? Oh, I didn't understand. I mean, he plays a dumb straight man, so Tyson can, can go ahead and explain things to him.
Yeah.
But that's all part of the bit, and it sells good.
Yeah, I think I've seen him on one too many podcasts where I think people put him on the spot too much, trying to get him to like give a definitive answer on something.
Yeah.
So he tries, and sometimes he shouldn't. Sometimes if he doesn't know, he needs to just go move on or give an opinion. But he tries to give a definitive answer too often. Does that make sense?
I can understand where you're saying that, but I see a lot of times where he will start the whole thing with, well, we don't know. All right. Here's what we think, but we don't know. But, I'm not here to defend him because, screw it. He makes more money than me. He can fucking defend himself.
Yeah. We are 16 minutes past the hour.
All right.
Should I go ahead and read off festivals?
Yeah, let's get those through and get ourselves off to dinners.
This weekend locally, we have the Topeka Viking Festival, Topeka, Kansas.
They have a theme song. It goes spam, 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 spam.
That is the one we definitely want to push for. Well, it's local. They're friends of ours. We want to see it do well. We also have our friends, Children of Proteus, that will be down in Texas at a Yellow City Comic Con, which is, they're just friends of ours too. I know that's a big drive for people, but it is a fun event. It is a cool event, and always want to promote Children of Proteus. So you can check that out. And I believe, I don't have it written down, but I believe this weekend might be the final Wild Wild West Con steampunk event, because this year is the final year for that.
Oh, no.
Next weekend locally, we have Planet Comic Con, 3-day event, which of course is a big deal here locally. The 18th and 19th of April, we have Great Plains Renaissance Festival. We will be there. Daryl will be there schlopping wine. I'll be running all around. Cookie will be there telling jokes and doing shit. We're also going to be joined by our friend. I got to do it on the St. Patty's Day thing yesterday. I was wearing my Pope Malarkey shirt for St. Patty's Day. So some of you might know him as the Steampunk Pope or Pope Malarkey at most Ren fairs. He is coming down just to visit us next weekend and hang out. So I talked to Richard. We got him a booth space. So he will be doing some performing at the Ren Fair, and he will be setting up the Smoker Force each day. So those are the quickest.
Is he bringing his? I'm sorry. Is he bringing his little pedal airship thing?
No. He is also doing some research. Him and a buddy for a project they're working on. So he's just going to bring the 10x10 tent. Because the big 20-foot long one he got I don't know if you remember River Zomps, we got hit with the wind real bad.
Yeah.
So his tent got snapped up there, but he managed to take all the stained glass windows off of it, put it on the new tent. So he'll have that there this week, or here in a couple of weeks at Great Plains. But so that's what we got coming up local here. We'll be listed more as we're getting stuff booked. There is stuff getting booked right now. And we'll give a full detailed list probably here in a week or two of everything going on. Because we are still getting contracts signed and letting dates settle. Because there are a number of festivals this fall that still haven't set dates yet. So if any of you are watching, set those dates. Because we're all waiting. But that's what I got.
All righty.
I am going to go work on 3D prints because I hear my son out there who is getting he went to go buy the new four color element for his 3D printer.
Yeah.
And this is something I was going to ask you about. Remember how I accidentally bought a 3D printer last Thanksgiving and I sent it to you? You don't remember that? Because I ended up returning it. He has found that same 3D printer. It looks like he's buying that. So now he'll have the resin printer. Oh, there he is even. He'll have the resin printer, a 4-color printer, and his other PLA printer. So I don't know if you can scoot over if you want, but he's getting all set up. He's gonna have a better setup than I do. Well, he already does, I think, going on.
Dude, you've got me jonesing to get a new resin printer because the one that you have is so much more capable than my old cheap POS that I mean literally I almost have to change the FEP every like third or fourth vat full of clear resin that I use just because it just gets all clogged up. So
geez.
I know it's a procedure. I don't even want to turn it on anymore.
I need to get a hold of some clear resin to do my Scooby-Doo tag and stuff here. So if you got a little, wouldn't turn it down. I need about a 1/4 inch by 2 inch square area.
For what?
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Scooby-Doo. So the tag on Scooby-Doo that I made, the life-size Scooby-Doo, my plan is I had to make the lettering separate, and I made that out of a tote bin, and then I put it in there. So now I want to pour clear resin in the tag to make it all one like glossed over piece. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So
okay, cool.
Somebody said Central Missouri Festival,
that's
April 18th and 19th starts their 3-weekend run. So Central Missouri, that's a great fair. Tons of good. Matter of fact, I would love to be at that fair. But we got our own stuff going on that weekend or those weekends. So
all right.
Sorry.
Well, let's go ahead and tie this up so we can go get to our dinners.
All right. Night, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.